Yeah, this is the first problem of LPP, as I told you, word problem. So this kind of problem is supposed to be called as your word problem or statement problems. So I'll just read out the statement and I'll just show you how to prepare from the statement problem a mathematical model of LPP. So here, a company manufactures two products, namely X and Y, which require the following resources. The resources are the capacities machine M1, M2 and M3. The available capacities are 50, 25 and 15 hours respectively in the planning period. Product X requires 1 hour of machine M2 and 1 hour of machine M3. Product Y requires 2 hours of machine M1, 2 hours of machine M2 and 1 hour of machine M3. The profit contribution of products X and Y are rupees 5 and 4 respectively. So here, how can you make sure this particular statement problem, it is a maximization problem or minimization problem? So I'll just tell you the technique how to find out whether it is a maximization problem or minimization problem. From this statement, you can know that there is a word called as profit. So if you find a word that is profit, gain, so then it is called as maximization problem of LPB. Now let us solve this. So the solution, I will write the solution. So how is the solution? So in solution, always the first one will be objective function. Objective function. So what is the objective function? Because here they have told that there are two products X and Y. Okay. So here the objective function, that is maximize Z, always maximization or minimization, we have to denote it in Z. And why I have used maximization? Because there is a word called as profit, so henceforth it is a maximization problem. So max Z is equals to 5x plus 4y. In the end you can see here it is rupees 5 and 4 respectively. That should be your objective function. Next you have subject to constraints. So what are the subject to constraints? From this we can know M1, M2 and M3. So write down M1, M2 and M3 vertically. Next, and write down there are two products X and Y. Now I'll read out for you. Please do concentrate. So here product X requires 1 hour of machine M2. So here you write down 1 hour of machine M2. This is for your product X. And 1 hour of machine M3. So it is related to product X only. So here again 1x. Whereas here they have not mentioned anything. So I am putting it as 0x. Okay. Then next. So the first statement is done. Second part of the statement, that is product Y requires 2 hours of machine M1. So where is your M1 here? 2 hours of machine M1 and 2 hours of machine M2 and 1 hour of machine M3. So it is 1 hour of machine M3. Okay. So please write down plus in between. And now you have to change the symbol. Whenever they ask maximization problem, your symbol should be minimized, less than or equal to, less than or equal to, less than or equal to. Why you're doing all these things? This is called as mathematical model. Less than or equal to, they have already given the capacities here, so write down as it is 15, 25 and 15. And finally you're supposed to write x comma y, which is greater than or equal to 0. This is always a non-negative one. So this is your mathematical model. So whenever they ask you a statement problem, we have to do it like this way itself, and wherein we have to change the symbols. If it is a minimization problem, here you have to write greater than symbol. If it is a maximization problem, we have to put less than or symbol. This happens only in word problems. It happens only in word problems, changing the symbols. Alright, thank you.